Hello, 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 hello. How are you guys? Good night. This is Joel Dominguez.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, it's Maria. Maria and Joel. We're back on My Salsa Online.
So this is the Facebook Live number 13, and let me explain really quick why this is number 13. The reason is because we've been doing this. We kind of catch up on all the videos that we've been doing live, and we stopped on the number 12 more or less. And because of course Maria was pregnant, we were waiting for the baby. Now we have the baby. Now we can control a little more our schedule, so we're back.
And now we're gonna start doing. We're back.
And now we're gonna do the Facebook Live. So if you don't know us, that you're just watching this video, you don't know who we are. My name is Joel Dominguez, Maria Palmieri. We own joelsalsa, which is a dance school here in New York City. It's one of the biggest schools this moment in New York City. And also, I'm one of the owners of LVG Salsa Social, which is one of the best socials here in New York City as well. And now we are building a community online, which we call it My Salsa Online. And the goal of this is to help you guys. So Wilson say, "Hola, Wilson, how you doing, guys?" Christina, how you doing? Thank you for the thumbs, guys. Thank you for the thumbs. Please write on the comments. Let us know if you can hear us clear. Please let us know if you can hear us clear.
And maybe where you're from. Here.
I can see that you can hear our voices.
Hi, Bharat.
Hello, Bharat. How you doing?
Oh, this is so cool. You can see the comments right here.
Pablo, how you doing?
Hi,
Thank you guys. Thank you for the likes. So, okay, what is the theme of we're going to talk today?
So the theme today, one of the questions that we got, which this is a question that we always get, so I really think it's a great topic, is what level should I take, right? What level of dance or what level of class should I be taking, right? Now, this question, it could be, of course, me and Joel can talk about this for hours, so we won't. And I think it has different categories as far as like what level, right? So I'll start with the basic general. I like to talk with my hands. Obviously, I'm Italian, right? I'm going to try and not use my hands. Okay, so I'll start with like a general, like what level am I, right? So if you're first starting out taking classes, and let's say, like for instance, we do an 8-week salsa boot camp, right? Which teaches all the fundamentals: left turns, right turns, crossbody leads, the musicality, your inside turns, outside turns, right? We think of those as basic fundamental stuff, and of course, how to connect the steps to the timing. So if you're taking that once per week for 8 weeks. Now we're talking 8 classes of a basic class. Do you think, I want your comments as well and your feedback as well. Do you think like, okay, I'm ready to go into, advanced beginner or an intermediate class, right? Again, once per week is giving you 8 classes. And you're not going home and practicing. Say you're just taking that one class, or maybe you're doing the basic in that class 10, 20 times. And there's a lot of information to learn, of course. Keeping the timing, understanding your center, understanding your body, understanding how to lead, understanding how to follow, knowing your steps, right? All of this stuff. So, in my opinion, you need to take classes as well as practice over and over and over again. It's like learning anything. It's like learning a new language. If I say, okay, let me take one Spanish class per week and learn hola, ¿cómo estás? And I'm taking it once per week, right? Just learning the alphabet, the basic fundamentals. Do you think that I would be able to have a conversation with someone in Spanish? For those of you who know me, know that I do not speak Spanish, and I've been with Joel for 9 years, and I've been around the salsa community for a very long time, maybe 15 years. So everyone speaks Spanish around me, and I still don't speak Spanish.
It's all about practice. All about practice.
Why? Because I don't practice. That's exactly what it is. I know phrases. Do I say them with, correct pronunciation? Can I listen to someone and have a conversation? Absolutely not. I am a complete beginner when it comes to that. And I've actually had a teacher tell me,
yes,
Maria, you are a beginner.
Can you please say that they that
it
actually
crushed me, of course, because I'm thinking, let
me take him a little bit back. So, pretty much Maria was taking classes online via Skype to learn
private lessons with someone
from a person that actually is a first language Spanish, right? So we think that the practice face to face will be, the Skype will be better. So of course after a couple of weeks And of course, Maria doesn't like to do homework. So
Depending
now
on what it is.
Depending on what it is. So now you can continue that. So
Yes, so basically when she was speaking to me, she spoke very clearly, very slow, like,
Very slow.
Hola Maria, ¿cómo estás? Right? And I'm like, and more things, and I'm like, when you speak, I actually understand you, but I can't understand someone in a full-out conversation. They speak, much faster. And basically her answer to me was, yes, that's because you are a beginner, right? You know phrases, but someone has to speak very slow for you to understand. You can't pick up the words or phrases in a sentence when someone is speaking as fast as I speak English, because I don't know them enough, right? I maybe have said the word 10 times. I maybe have heard the word 10 times, right? So again, I know I'm going off track, but I just want you to understand, learning salsa or learning dance is not really anything different, right? If you see the basic once, or you did the basic 5 times, or you did the crossbody lead once or 5 times or 10 times, you still don't know it. You still don't know how to control your body. You don't know the technique behind it. Can I play 5 songs and you give me the crossbody lead right away when I play all different 5 rhythms?
not only that, I mean, you right away when you listen to the music, you already catch the timing and you keep the timing through the whole song. I mean, there is no only one thing to make you go for one level to the next level. There are different factors or different links that you have to put together in order to build kind of bridge, right, to go for the next level. A lot of people, they just go for 1 or 2 links and they just want to jump all the way here, which it doesn't really make sense. You have to build all these links, and once what happened, you have a chain, and one of these links breaks, the whole chains go down, right? So you will never go to the next level if you are not putting enough effort to learn all the links and all the details that you need to learn. How do you learn all that? Pretty much practice. I mean, practice, and I'm gonna talk about practice a little bit on this. A lot of people say that they practice a lot, and that's good that you practice a lot, but also you have to practice the right thing. And saying that, I mean, you have to make sure that you are going and take classes. Take classes so you know that whenever you practice, it will be the thing that you want to practice when you social dance, right? Instead just practicing the wrong thing, and at the end you just create bad habits. So if you are not here in New York, I mean, if you're taking classes with somewhere else, right? Just make sure that you go with your instructor. Ask him, hey, I'm doing this right. Can you help me? I keep my timing. Do you think that you can help me to listen to the timing? Try to put a little bit of effort, and I can guarantee if you ask your instructor, I'm sure they will be happy to help you, right? So don't just take the class and then just forget about the class. I mean, forget about the going out, forget about the practice, and then you don't see the instructor till the next week when you have to come back to class. So
yes, definitely taking what you learn and practicing at home in front of the mirror by yourself. Play different songs, do different things, right? That will increase your level, of course. But and like I said, there's so many different situations that there are some people who are super talented, right? Naturally talented, who can pick things up faster than some other people, right? So that's why I said this topic is so broad. I can't say that everyone will always, after 5 months you will be in intermediate level, right? Again, if you're taking 1 class a week and you're dancing for 6 months, you probably still should be in basic level 1 if you're coming once per week, 6 months. We know people who are taking classes for years that are only taking classes and never go out onto the actual dance floor. You cannot increase your level of dancing if you're not putting it into real life practice. Again, I go back to the Spanish. I cannot, if I don't put my conversation into practice, I will always be a beginner. And again, after 9 years of being around people who speak Spanish, I still do not speak Spanish. So it's the same thing with dancing. You can take classes. Maybe you can figure out the turn pattern. Maybe you like to figure out puzzles, and you can figure it out. You can figure out the turn pattern. If you're not taking that pattern and practicing it, again, that's probably not the level you should be in. I tell my students in advanced beginner class, we do, smaller patterns but creative, and using the fundamentals, but just maybe doing a little bit more, like copas or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I say, okay, are you doing this on the dance floor?
No.
And they look at me like, no. Okay, so then this is you probably should not go into the next level. If I see you on the dance floor and you're still doing the right turn, and you're not doing the turn that we taught you in the advanced beginner level, there is your answer, right?
No,
I mean,
I'm sorry. Let me just. I see more people joining. So can we repeat what we're talking about this? So if you just jump in right now in the conversation. What we're talking about is what level you should take whenever you join any school or any class that you want to take or any workshop that you want to take. You're going to converses, etc. How do you know what level you should take? Right? Is one of the questions that we have all the time. Like, what is the question that I should take? So and that's what we're talking about right now.
And I don't want to sound like we're discouraging you, like, oh, do not challenge yourself. Yes, challenge yourself. But I think that you should challenge yourself with, like me and Joel were saying, challenge yourself by listening to different rhythms and understanding the basic to all those different songs or understanding the fundamentals. That's also a very big challenge. Yes, challenging yourself, taking things, that can help you or push you, I think that's great too. But there's also a fine line of being in a level that you don't belong, because there are people in that level who deserve to be in that level, who've been taking classes for years, who are practicing, and then you have someone coming along and they're not doing the same. It really doesn't, it's not fair for the person who is in that class and deserves to be in that level and has to dance with somebody who's not. Again, it can go two different ways. I want you to challenge yourself, but I also want you to be in the correct level. And for instructors, if you feel that someone's not in the right level, I mean, me personally and my students know that I will definitely go up to them and say, hey, I really think you need more time in such and such a level.
Yeah,
right? And don't feel like...
And let me talk about a little bit this, because us, at least in our case, we prefer to tell you, you're not ready. I think if you taking a little more time on this level to make sure that you have it done before you move to the next level. So it's a little bit hard, believe me. It's not easy to tell somebody, hey, you're not ready. But if you're not ready, you're not ready, period, right? So I think, because we really don't take it personal, but if you ask us before or something, don't take it personal. It's just because we want to help you, right? Otherwise, if we didn't care, we're just going to tell you, just go to whatever you want and just jump in and just make a fool of yourself, right?
Yeah, we want you to get the
we don't
most
want
benefit.
that. Yes, we wanted to. Now, how do you test if you are on a certain level? Very simple. If you are a beginner, let's say you join, you join. Not only that, but you going to a boot camp, right? Boot camp level, or you going to for example, in our school level 3, for example. Any turn that we teach, any step that we teach, if you feel that you are comfortable on the dance floor doing it, that means that you're ready and you really absorbed that information or that turn or that step. So that means that you're ready to move to the next thing, right? But here we are. I mean, we know, and we're going to be direct, and we know because we have our students, and I know some of the students. I never see you guys out there social dancing. Right? So
some, not all.
Some, not all. So what I'm trying to say is I only see you in class. And I'm encouraging you guys to go out there and social dance. Why? Because you're going to put in practice whatever you learn, and also you will see if whatever you learn in the class, at the school, if you already feel like you have it, right? If you can lead, for example, if I go out there and I try to lead somebody that is no Maria, of course, I will have to make sure that I lead that correctly, so the girl that I'm dancing with, she understands it, right? That's for your leading part. For the following part, ladies, you try to dance with different guys, and you can see there are certain levels. Try to dance always with a higher level and also with a lower level as well. But if you're dancing with a person that is a higher level than you can actually put that this person will lead you correctly. And then if you don't follow still this person, that means that you need to work more on your following skills, right? Same thing for leaders. I know that it's a little bit intimidated, but you have to ask girls that they know what they're doing. Why? Because you will test, you will challenge yourself. That's the way to challenge, one of the ways to challenge yourself, to ask this person, dance with her, right? And make sure that she's following whatever you lead her. So there are different ways to test yourself. Not only asking the instructors all the time, right? You can test yourself and you can see you are moving forward or not.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, because I wanted to. Also, dancing with beginners for ladies, it's actually a good thing. You know, I do get, every time when I'm teaching like a private or something, a lot of ladies, if I have the right leader, right? It's really not about if you have the right leader, right? If you know how to control your body and you know your footwork, yes, okay, maybe the guy's not the perfect leader, but at least you can still have fun and you can still control your body if somebody doesn't have the best lead. So don't always rely on someone only who leads well, because if you can't control your body, if someone's not the best leader, then again, you need more practice as well. And I know as humans, we need to challenge ourselves. I mean, that's just inevitable, right? We of course, want a challenge. So we think, okay, now I'm in intermediate class. Now I need to go into performance classes, right? And again, like Joel says, he sees you guys in intermediate class, but he doesn't see you on the social dance floor. That alone is a challenge. You don't need to okay, I need more classes. I need more turns. I need more. Go out on the dance floor and trust me, you will have enough challenge, right?
Yeah.
You will be able to come back to us or back to your instructor and say, oh my God, I tried to lead this and this didn't happen, and then you just get hungry and hungrier to learn. That really, I mean, for me, that drove me when I first started dancing. Like, oh my God, this guy, he led me this and I couldn't figure it out. I kind of felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't care. I mean, yeah, of course, you kind of feel sometimes, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but that was my journey at the time, and I think everyone has their own journey at the time and the right place, right? So eventually you will get there, but the hunger to learn and the hunger to just mess up and learn how to fix it, I think is great. Don't feel discouraged if your teacher says, okay, you're not ready. Like I can tell you, when my Spanish teacher said I was a beginner, I'm not going to lie, it did hurt a little bit. You feel that whoa, my feelings are hurt. But I am a beginner, and I had to agree. Or
you have to agree. You have to agree, and you have to know where you're standing
and why
in order to move forward. If you cannot measure wherever you are or what level you are, you never will find the way to move forward or to move to the next step.
Right.
So if you I'm sorry. And if you lie to yourself, and you jump to intermediate classes, for example, knowing that you cannot do beginner things, pretty much you're lying to yourself. It's pretty much easy as that, right? So make sure that you work on the stuff that you need to work on the level that you feel comfortable till you actually dominate that. Not only on the class, because on the class is easy, the instructor, you just explain that turn or that step, they're like, oh, I got this. Once you move out of, or you get off from that class and you try to do it social dancing, you're blank. And everything is just disappear from your mind. You don't remember the turns. What does that mean? That you're not ready. It means that you need more practice.
Like my teacher told me.
Still, you're a beginner. And like I said, there's nothing wrong to be a beginner. I want to say for instructors, for example, you continue taking classes, learning, always educating yourself, watching videos, try to inspire yourself somehow, and always feed yourself with more information to inspire yourself. And as an instructor, you continue learning. Pretty much, we never stop being a student. So the more that we learn, even if it's intermediate level or beginner level, I can be watching a beginner class, and still I'm learning. Just to put an example right now. For example, we have Anya, we bring Melissa, we bring other guest instructors to Joel Salsa and also to my Salsa Online, and we watching, we just learning, taking information, and we try to learn. Why? Because we don't know everything, and it's always room to learn. So keep that mindset that you always have something to learn, and believe me that you will be more humble on your learning curve of learning, and of course you will absorb more things, because now you will be open mind instead of just closing your mind and just go to let me go to the high level because I just want to learn the turns. And let me put an example right here.
I told you we could talk for hours about
before I move on to the example, I just want to say hi to all the people being writing to us. Wilson, you hear your names, please say thumbs up or say hearts or anything, guys.
Antonio, hi Antonio.
Antonio, how you doing, man? Mandy, May, hey, how you doing? Barat, Pablo, Veronica, how you doing? Ola from Texas, yes. Freddy from Florida is watching right here. Eddie say hi. Hey, Robert, how you doing, bro? Is
RJ.
Yeah, Robert RJ, yes, is our buddy, is part of our staff, one of our team, yes. Belkis, how you doing, Belkis? Broly says, saludos desde Texas, la tierra que te vio nacer, means
See, if I practice my Spanish, I would know what that means.
I know, like the town that see you born, right? Veronica is watching. Yara, thank you for watching. Efren, actually, this is questions and answers. Are socials every day in New York City? Yes. Go to salsanewyork.com. And Veronica is watching. Josh, how you doing, man? How's California? Veronica. Oof. Antonio, how you doing, bro?
Oh, cool.
Saul, how you doing, bro? And Antonio and Ben. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching Louisville. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
Also, besides the hellos, I would definitely love to hear your feedback. And
yeah, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Yeah, what do you think, and what do you think about what we're saying? Or maybe you don't really know your level, or maybe you don't know how to calculate your level. That's another thing we get all the time. But again, ask your instructors. Ask someone to say, hey, what do you think of my level of dancing? Do you think I should go on to this? I'm sure. And be open, like Joel said, be open to the constructive criticism. Because the only thing that will make you grow as a dancer. Right?
Ask without being afraid that, oh my God, he's going to tell me that I'm a beginner. So I rather don't ask. I'd rather jump to the next class. No. Be open mind. Ask, but with an open mind, that if they tell you that you're a beginner, maybe because you are a beginner. So it will be good for you. You will be placed on the right spot so you can move forward, right?
Right. Otherwise, you will basically, from our eyes, right, and most professional eyes, you will just be a beginner taking a level 4 or level 5 class or an intermediate class. So it doesn't really, matter what level you're in or you want to say you're in. If the instructor sees you as a beginner, then you need to just do more work. That's it. And there's really nothing wrong with being a beginner. At the same time, I feel like those who have more experience, who are already social dancing, they kind of already know what level they belong in, right? I know performance classes are like the next thing. You feel like, okay, now I just want to perform. Also, when you perform, you still need to social dance. That's probably another topic, performing and just memorizing turn patterns.
It's a completely different topic.
You can only get so far in that too. I know a lot of performers who still need to work on their social dancing, which means you still need to work on your leading and following, your musicality, your timing. Social dancing will teach you a lot, right? Of course, performance will too, but it's like two different arts for me, right? It's two different talents, right? But again, that's a different subject. But just so you know that even if, okay, I'm intermediate or I've been social dancing for a few years, I'm ready to do something more challenging, okay, maybe try a performance class. But still don't stop social dancing, because many performers, like I said, or who are taking performance classes, also I've never seen on the social dance floor, right? It boggles my mind. But again, that's from, it's not a right or wrong thing. This is, again, from our eyes.
It's a different way to see things.
Back in the day, you used to be picked.
You used to be backwards, actually.
Yeah, you used to be picked off the social dance and say, okay, I want on my team, right? Now, anyone can be on a team. I
think it's a very, very different topic, and probably we will need another half an hour. We're going almost a half an hour right now talking, but
another 3 hours.
Guys, I want to see in the comments. What do you think about this? Do you know what level are you? Actually, write on the comments what level do you consider yourself. Don't be afraid. Be open mind. You think you're a beginner, you're a beginner. You think you're advanced, you're advanced. But start from here, right? You have to know what's your level. And don't be afraid to, even if you consider yourself an intermediate level, it's nothing wrong to take a beginner class once in a while, just to refresh all the fundamentals, things that maybe we forget because we are too concentrated on the advanced stuff. And then when we kind of read or take the beginner class, it's like, oh, I completely forget about this. I don't even use it anymore. Like, why? Because it's always good to keep fresh our fundamentals. That's where everything comes from. Nothing else. You have good fundamentals, you will have a very easy understanding of the higher level, and also you will learn more.
Yeah, and most people who are advanced, I mean, the level thing for me is, still hard to say who's advanced, but most people who are advanced or have been dancing a very long time, they know that they need to go back to the fundamentals. Actually, they want to go back to the fundamentals. So you're at a very high level when you tell yourself, you know what, I need to go back to the basics, right? It's always the opposite. When we're beginners, we want to be in the higher level classes. When we've been dancing for so many years, we're like, okay, we need to go back and we need to master the fundamentals. And mastering the fundamentals has a lot to do with the technique, using the floor, understanding the timing, leading and following, the resistance, the control of our center. There's so much that you have to learn, and I guess dancing for years, maybe that opens your mind a little bit more. So it's really hard to say.
Mm-hmm. So
but that's our opinion.
Yes, so guys,
we hope this helps.
We hope this helps. And Wilson says in musicality, advanced, which is good that you recognize which one is another topic, but I just want to keep a very, very easy way to explain this.
Intermediate-ish. I like that. I'm intermediate-ish.
Hi,
Crystal.
Crystal, how you doing?
Crystal says, practice makes perfect. 10 years dancing and I learn something new every time I go out.
That's exactly what we're talking before,
you know
right?
Crystal Rodriguez, she's an amazing dancer, so there you go.
She loves social dancing, by the way. She's like one of the best social dancers here in New York City, and still, I know that she's still like practicing, learning, and stuff. So now, guys, just really quick. For example, right here, Wilson was saying that in musicality he considered himself advanced, which is good to find which one is your forte, right? So if your forte is, I don't know, keep the timing correctly, but the turns are not working very well, guess what? You have to work then a little more on practice the skills of the turns. If you are good on memorizing and learning the turns and everything else, but they are not going with the timing, guess what? So now you have to practice more your timing skills. Sometimes we concentrate on our forte and we don't take care of our weakness. So those weaknesses probably are the ones doesn't let you move forward. So you have to make sure that you practice, and if you are stronger on this one, always try to bring your weakness at the same level. So it means you need more practice on your weakness, so you keep a balance whenever you're learning and you put this practice on the dance floor. Okay, so let me see. I have.
What do you say? Learning is more of a circle you go back to instead of a ladder.
I guess let's say that it's a circle, but imagine that it's a circle that goes up little by little. You never go up like that. Unless you practice 8 hours a day for every single day, right? And you sleep, you wake up, and then the next day in the morning, the first thing that you do is practice again, and probably maybe the story is gonna go like that. But if you have time to practice a little bit on the social dancing, you're taking classes, you're taking privates, you go back to school, then you go social dancing, and then little by little, you will see that you're going in circles, practicing what you've been learning before, but at the same time, you will see the progress little by little. So I will say it's a combination of both.
You might even go backwards. Sometimes you take a break.
Make sure that you don't fall, because then you're going to go back.
Sometimes you take a break. Say, okay, life happens, right? In 6 months you haven't been on the dance floor. Yes, sometimes you have to go backwards and start all over. Like start all over with the fundamentals. Start all over. Which again is nothing wrong. You start backwards and then you start going up again, right?
Yeah.
It's like anything in life. Just think of anything new you want to learn in life. It can be a language. It can be, who knows, a sport. It can be, I don't know. I'm just naming things, but it's like tennis, right? Tennis you don't learn in 10 classes.
Any skill requires practice.
Skill, yes.
Any skill. Doesn't matter what it is. learning how to ride a bike, swimming, anything requires
practice and nurturing too, right? Not just like we're saying, not just skipping levels, not just going from level to level. And I know, I do feel that people think, okay, we're almost done, but I do feel that people think they get onto the dance floor and they see other people doing all these crazy turns, right? I think when you're a beginner, your eyes look much different, right? You're looking at the dance floor much different than when we're looking at it. It looks like everyone knows what they're doing except you. You feel like, oh my God, I need to learn more turns in order to even step on this dance floor. It looks like everyone is a professional because you're looking at it from different eyes than the rest of us who are looking at it. So it's not about you learning more turns. Ask any great social dancer. They will tell you, I don't want to dance with someone who's doing 1,000 turns on the dance floor. For me, that doesn't make you advanced. Actually, for me, you understanding the music, leading me right, playing with me, understanding how to use the breaks in the music, that's someone who I want to dance with. So if you were the person and say, hey, I'm going to be that one, I'm going to be that person, you probably are more of a higher level dancer than the one who's doing 50 turns on the dance floor. So don't look at the dance floor with those eyes that everyone knows what they're doing. I need to be in level 4 in order for me to step on the dance floor. That's absolutely not true.
Yeah, most of the times less is more.
Less is more,
Less is more. You see these professional dancers, when they dance, they are not like doing a show in the middle of it. They doing a cross by the legs, they do a little turn, they do a roll, move a little bit the shoulders,
enjoying the
make
music.
A little pause, make another turn for the lady, make another cross by the lead. So it's like that. It's more like a play instead of a show.
Yeah.
Conversation, yes.
That is social dancing.
So guys, I think we're gonna leave it here. We already have like 30 minutes here, guys. Thank you for your timing. Let us know, guys. Please share the thumbs. Let us know, guys, if you like this. This is the number 13, just to let you know what's going on right now. So pretty much is the number 13 Facebook Live that we have. We have this challenge. We are going to do it every day from now on. Today is the number 13, and probably you are like, what happened with the other 12?
1 through 12?
The 1 to 12, this is what's going to happen. We are relaunching, because we already have it, we're relaunching My Salsa Online. And My Salsa Online is pretty much a big community that we are building for all people just like you that want to become better dancers. So in My Salsa Online, on the blog area, we are going to add these Facebook Lives in order from 1 to 12, so you will be able to see them there, all the topics that we've been talking about. And how do we pick these topics? Actually, you guys, you've been asking us questions, and this is one of the questions that we decide to answer today, like, how do I know what level I should go whenever I take a class, right? We have a lot of phone calls like, I'm already danced, what level do you think I am, and et cetera, et cetera. So that's why we decided to do this one today. And send us your questions. Either you're watching this video on My Salsa Online fan page, just send us a message, and then we are going to take the questions from there. Or you can send us an email to support@mysalsaonline.com. So if you want more information about our community that we're building, just please visit mysalsaonline.com, and you will see that right now we have pretty much the relaunching of My Salsa Online. It's a membership pretty much. And for all members that right now you're watching this video, guys, we coming with you. We are going to be live as well with more information. We're going a little bit deeper. And of course you will be able to ask questions as well, also from the videos that we have inside of the membership, etc. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us and for sharing the love as well.
Yes, thank you for the hearts.
Thank you for
we
the
love
hearts.
you too.
Thank you for the likes. So we're going to leave it there. Eve, thank you. Eddie, great advice. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Jay, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Hi,
I can
Jay.
see you right there. So we are going to see you guys tomorrow. Don't miss the next one. If you don't want to miss it, make sure that you follow this page, follow or like this page, and make sure that you click the follow button. And when you click follow, you will see another window that says see first. When you click it, you will be notified whenever we are live or whenever you can see the replay of these videos. Okay, so
yes, and definitely send us your questions. Like Joel said, you can either comment under this video, or you can send us a message or email us at the support@mysalsaonline.com. Any question that you have about musicality, timing, basics, fundamentals, turns, styles, anything. Okay, so we're just going to, from 1 through 12, you'll see a lot of topics that we covered, but we're definitely ready to cover some more.
Yeah, this topic was a little more like talking and more like sharing our experience on what we've been through to make sure that we're moving the level higher. But also we've been having other videos where some people ask us like, oh, how do you feel more comfortable on the dance floor? How do you make a complicated turn, make it easier, etc., etc. And we have it on the previous Facebook Live. So sometimes you will see us actually dancing and showing any tips or anything that you have. So if you have any questions related with salsa, just let us know, okay? So please send us the email or the message. Okay. Thank you, guys. We are going to let you go. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody, from wherever in the world you're watching this video. This is Joel Dominguez and Maria Palmieri from My Salsa Online.
Ciao.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day. Have a good night.